A compound house at Oforikrom in Kumasi has been destroyed by fire early today. Personnel of the Ghana National Fire Service this morning battled the flames for close to 2 hours. 14 out of the 16 rooms were destroyed, leaving many families stranded and displaced. Love FM's Rasta Sasari Donko interacted with some victims of the fire who told him how it all started.
Around 5:15, I mean,
At around 5:15 a.m., I saw that one of the rooms next to mine was on fire. I rushed out of the room to realize the fire was raging through the house. We immediately called the fire service. The house has 16 rooms. Only 2 are left. I have lost my mattress, clothes, possessions, and an amount of 350 Ghana cedis. The fire started when a young girl lit a candle and some items caught fire. She did not tell anyone until the fire got out of hand.
I've been joined on the line by the Ashanti Region Fire Commander Semeko Fiajo. Sir, thank you very much for your time here on the pulse. Have you been able to confirm the cause of the fire to be that lit candle?
Yes. Normally, when there's a fire, we start our investigation immediately. By interrogating and then trying to find the source of fire. And according to our investigation, we have established the cause of the fire to be as a result of candle, which was left unattended and kept put on the table.
So that has been confirmed by your investigations as the cause of the fire?
Yes.
To what extent is the destruction? Can you explain that a bit for us?
Yeah, you see, this is a mud house, which a very old mud house, and the fire traveled through the ceiling, from where it started. So it affected the cables and part of the roofing. That was what was mostly affected.
That was what happened.
Yes.
And
yes.
We also understand that the people who have been affected in this fire are mostly aged people, they are fragile, etc. Is there going to be any help for them?
Well, that is for NADMO, because normally when it comes to this stage, NADMO would have to come in.
So have your people sort of alerted NADMO to indicate that these people are people who need help and that they should step in?
Yes, my district commander has informed NADMO, I'm told.
Okay. So as we speak, what are they doing? What's happening to them? They obviously don't have a place to sleep.
Yeah, so you see, when it happens like this, our duty is to be sure that we bring the fire under control and then finally extinguish it. But as to where they will sleep and things like that, that is for NADMO to determine.
Right.
And what we did was to extinguish the fire and to make sure that it doesn't spread to adjoining houses.
Yeah. Well, basically, your job is done. We'll be following up to know what happens to those who have been affected and whether or not the NADMO will set in with some help. But sir, thank you very much for your time. Semeko Fiajo is the commander, the fire commander in the Ashanti region. Away from the Ashanti region now, residents of Aveime in the Volta region have threatened to attack the police station in the area on Friday as revenge for the death of a commercial motorbike rider. The community was outraged when it was reported that the rider was being chased by a police pickup truck. They have already attacked the police station once, vandalizing the vehicle in the yard and seizing impounded motorbikes. Police in the vicinity say they are living in fear after the attacks, and their children are even afraid to go to school. The community members have been incensed by what they term is the harassment of the police in the area. Here is a report on this.
On the 11th of August, Okada riders and indigents massed up as the premises of the Aveime police station and embarked on a violence demonstration, threatening to deal with police officers in the area following the death of a commercial motor rider in an accident. The action was instigated by a report by a local radio station, Klenam FM, that the rider met his untimely death whilst being pursued by a police Navara pickup. This is said to have outraged indigents of Bato, Aveime and other neighboring communities who already had harbored hatred for the police for confiscating their unregistered motorbikes and then decided to attack the station. 18 of the motorbikes held at the station are said to have been taken away by the peeved indigents, while the windscreen of a police Navara pickup and other properties of the police were vandalized. The Volta Regional Police Commander ACP Asima Hene spoke to JoyNews about the incident.
They will bury the deceased first Friday or Saturday. So tomorrow, Wednesday, I will visit the place myself to go and meet the community leaders, to talk to them. Well, I empathize with them. The community member is dead. And when they are going to bury, obviously, some will take advantage, go and quaff some alcohol and try to misbehave. My plea to them is that they should law abiding. It's unfortunate that the person might have died. Well, what can we do? The full-scale investigation is ongoing. If it comes out that a policeman was involved, we are culpable, whoever is involved, we will deal with him.
On the back of this development, indigents continue to threaten officers and their families. One of the officers who resides outside the barracks had his pigs slaughtered and families almost beaten, if not for the intervention of his landlord. This has brought anxiety to the families who believe the only remedy for the situation is a transfer from the area, adding they believe they have overstayed their welcome, with some stationed at Aveime for over 19 years.
I want transfer, I want the police here to go far. Because if they go to Volta region, that day when the thing happens, so a couple people were here, Matthew Kumasi, all of them. So I want them to go far so that another people can.
Their children have since stopped attending vacation classes for the fear of them being attacked, while some have been threatened sexually. However, ACP Asima Hene promised to look into the transfer request and where need be, the officers will be transferred. Nevertheless, information gathered indicates the indigents are planning to attack the Aveime police station again on Friday, which is the burial day of the deceased. But the Aveime chief, Togbe Yaka, promised to speak to his subjects to desist from embarking on such acts and appeal to the police to also exercise restraint when dealing with the commercial motor riders.
Fred Kwame Asare did that story, and he also spoke with Assemblyman for the area, Samuel Nyamadi, and some community members.
On that day on the radio, that the police, the Okada boys were making some demonstration, and I quickly ran to the police station. They want to go and attack the police, and I quickly arrived there. And I arrived there, and I asked the commander. I asked the Okada people first, and they were saying they are being chased by the police. One of their friends has been chased by the police, so he had an accident and the person died. I said, this thing, have you reported? They said, no, they haven't reported anyone. So it is the police who chased them, so they can't come there and report. Okay, what is the accident motives? They haven't shown. They haven't made any report. So I went to the commander and I asked him. The commander said he hasn't known anything about the whole thing. So we were there when they were the moms, they organized themselves. They were coming from others, all areas, all villages. They organized themselves from the other villages. When they came, they attacked the police. In fact, I was there. They were throwing stones. And we told the police that they shouldn't react. We should handle this situation so that nobody will die. So we were there. They were throwing stones, throwing things. The police too, they were firing. They are one shot in the air, then tear gas. So the commander quickly asked for reinforcement from Sogakope. They were there, they were doing all those things, we were telling them not to do it. They came in with us, an assembly, and then unit of people came in We advised them not to do that, but they don't agree. They were very, very angry, so they were doing all these things before the reinforcement came. When they came from going to Akope, they come and spare them with their ammunitions and all those things. So they all ran out. So we called the chief, we meet the regional commander and then the district commander and then the regional commander from Swakope. We said, one morning, we sat down, then we planned. We called that day MP2 came from, he came down from Accra.
What I want to add is to appeal to the Okada riders to exercise restraint. At least they are working with the police. The police are protecting us. If they continue to issue those threats, it's an offense. So they should stop issuing the threats so that they see to the burial and let peace remain in the community in which we live. Because this is the first time that anything of such nature has happened in the community, and we are very not much happy about it. And the police must also exercise restraint. They must be very lenient to the Okada riders. They must talk to them. They must inform them about the road traffic regulations and all those things. If they continue arresting them arbitrarily and then extorting money from them, sometimes maybe the next time you could have some explosions which could be more than what happened the other time. So they should also exercise restraint and then be lenient to the Okada riders.